Welcome to 5 Minutes. Today we're talking about the Apartheid. The Apartheid was a system of institutionalized racism and segregation in South Africa from 1948 to 1964. Between these times, the Afrikaners placed strict laws and regulations over the non-Europeans, such as the Prohibition of Mixed Marriages Act, Immorality Acts, the Pass Laws, Bantu Authorities Acts, Native Resettlement Acts, and Group Areas Development Act. The acts that passed were extremely limiting. A few examples are the Immorality Acts. The Immorality Acts forbade extramarital activities between whites and natives or colored peoples. Penalties were very strong and can involve 5 years of prison for a man and 4 years of prison for a woman. This is part of the Grand Apartheid. Another example is the Pass Laws Act. This act required black people over the age of 16 to carry a dampas, which held information of employers, government permission, qualifications to work, and a performance report in the event of bad behavior or an issue with someone of higher authority. In 1952, the natives or non-Europeans finally had enough with the laws that limited their rights and decided to take a stronger stance. Let's take a look. We are being joined here by apartheid expert Anna Gahagan. She has dedicated time into knowing the history and the outcomes.
Thanks for having me, Liza.
So, Anna, it's been well documented that non-Europeans struggled to find a place because of this controlling government. Who initiated a plan to change this?
Well, though everyone was fed up with the systems in place, the main organization was the African National Congress, also known as the ANC.
What was the purpose of the plan that the ANC launched?
In 1952, the ANC launched a campaign that is now referred to as the Defiance Campaign. The Defiance Campaign used civil disobedience to try and weaken the laws and give more rights to natives.
Did the Defiance Campaign zero in or choose specific laws to argue and try to change? Or was it the entire race and segregated nature of the ruling party?
Well, that's a loaded question. Of course, the ANC opposed the ruling party entirely due to the harsh, controlling, awful legislative acts that were enforced. The ANC opposed and refused to carry passes, they disobeyed whites-only entrances, and they refused to pay bills, which caused the jails to fill up quickly.
Would you say these actions were successful?
At first glance, Defiance would look like a complete failure as no laws were turned over. However, there were several successes from the Defiance Campaign that the ANC experienced.
What kind of events occurred under the Defiance Campaign?
With the partnership of the South African Indian Congress, the ANC, which was led by Cyril Ramaphosa, led many actions with strikes, boycotts, and demonstrations.
Oh wow, interesting. Can you expand a little bit more on the results aspect of it?
Of course. As people refused bail and stayed in jail, there were 8,000 people arrested. The world's attention became focused on the apartheid, and the United Nations even inquired. Resistance groups did develop greater unity and coordination as they fought for the same matter. The ANC was also expanded. It grew 10 times its original size during this campaign.
Oh wow. Did the Defiance Campaign reveal anything about the African leadership?
This revealed the power, the strength, organization, and discipline that not only the ANC leaders, but also the members had. There was a greater respect and knowledge of the African power and leadership that they had and would expand as time went on.
This has been truly informative to me and all the viewers. Thank you so much for joining us here on 5 Minutes.
Yes, of course.
That's all for today's episode. Tune in tomorrow for another fascinating story.